This podcast was recorded in Melbourne, Australia, known by the traditional owners as Nam. We would like to acknowledge the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation and pay our respects to their elders past, present, and emerging. We celebrate their resilience, their continuing culture, and acknowledge that their sovereignty was never ceded.
And welcome to the Book of War, an Avatar Legends real play, the story of 4 runaways seeking the Book of War in a world without the Avatar. My name is Jesse Thomas and I play Minh Fang, the Foundling, he, him, a runaway from the Earth Kingdom who found a new home for themselves in the Northern Water Tribe while hiding from deadly family secrets. We're back, we're here, hello.
I'm not sure if you're getting better at that or just the fact that I wasn't paying attention once meant that you just nailed
I actually am
it.
not sure.
Yeah.
I blacked out.
The spirit of Minh Fang took over your body.
My Minh fact for today is that I have changed Minh Fang's fighting style. Originally, I was going to go with Rock Fury. However, everyone was like, that's stupid, this is better, and gave me Fang Fury. So reflecting his new acceptance of his heritage and... and obviously you've heard some stuff and more about that's going to come later, I guess.
To be fair, we didn't think it was stupid. We just thought that Fang Fury was better and you realised it was stupid.
It was exceptionally better.
We just didn't say it out loud.
She makes you sound like a vampire now.
Oh,
Blair, I am coming to bend your rocks. Blair.
I think maybe I'm not confident at anything that I do. Should I suck your blood? I don't know. That would be Min if he was Vlad the Impaler. That's a vampire.
Oh, the best thing about being a vampire is your hair looks so good now.
It never moves.
It never moves.
Hi, I'm Lucas and I'm confused. Hi, I'm Lucas Lee. I play Tomo, the Razor, he, him, a combustion bender who likes to keep secrets and entrees close to his chest, but is slowly redefining his place in the world. Let's go with the Lucas fact today. So, ever since I saw Hook, I have been living in the shadow of Dante Bosco. And recently I saw on social media that he got married. Yeah. And he wore this beautiful outfit, which was an exact copy of mine. When I got married 2 years earlier, just about. Well, no one say exact copy, but look, we have very similar complexions. So those of you who are listening who are not on our social media or Patreon, when you hear my voice, just imagine Dante Bosco, possibly.
When you sent that photo to the group chat, I didn't realize it was him. I thought it was just some random guy.
Yeah,
so like, obviously you wore a better.
It's one of those. It's one of those like when you get a meme of things that have like happened. You're like they're out so fast and you haven't seen the news yet. Like 100%. I got that. I'm just like, there's a joke here.
Yeah.
And then like about an hour later, I saw the news come out, and I'm just like, that's legitimately very funny.
Lucas has his finger on the pulse.
I mean, it on the post is like, Dante Bosco's Instagram account. Like, did you not see the name?
Yeah.
Anyway.
We just missed it originally.
Yeah.
Anyway, but you know what? Power to him. He's great. He's doing wonderful things. And he's even played this game. Like, have you all seen the YouTube where... Is there a follow-up to that? Or did they just do like the one-off?
It's just the one shot.
Oh, that's such a shame. Like, they never finished the story. But our story... we can finish ours. It's going to be great.
Bold of you to assume.
Hello, my name is Georgie Hazel, and I play Nuro, the Destined, they, she, he. Nuro is a runaway, finally remembering to say it,
Good.
from the strange and beautiful foggy swamp. Due to the threat of war, Nuro had to leave, but stranger things might have followed them right out. And I have a defect.
Who is this?
I'm pouring us both some extra.
Yeah, thank you, Lucas. I now work with Jesse, who, Ceramic King.
Stop. My brother.
You're giving them more and more little hints in this cryptid factoid of my life. People will be able to track me down.
Did we decide on Daddy Potter?
Now, I wasn't uncomfortable
Thanks,
the first time,
hate it.
but now I am.
Yeah, now it's recorded.
Should have passed this
Physical
along.
evidence of it. Anyway, I work for Jesse, who, thank you, Lucas, who also, we now work on the same street as Yani, who is wonderful. Like the actual Yani, not the Ash voice Yani. The Yani,
They're pretty
Yani
similar.
has
They're
joined.
pretty similar.
Yeah, she is amazing and she makes amazing coffee. And shout out Yani for when you do eventually listen to this. You're amazing and I love you.
Has she actually gotten any further? Last time I spoke to her,
No, she hasn't
gotten-
mentioned anything, so I think she's just kind of hoping that we don't ask whenever we go in. But yeah, no, she's a gem.
Hello, everybody. My name's Ted Darling. I play Banji the Guardian, he, him, a runaway from the Fire Nation army who was instead chosen to use his strength to protect the vulnerable. I have spent the last 5 minutes listening to everyone trying to come up with a Banji fact, and I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel. But I think in the last episode, Banji and Min had a little bit of a moment, and I think Banji was genuinely crestfallen when it ended badly. Not in a like it was a very close moment, and he was like, "Oh, okay, that's a bit sad." So
Has he put two and two together that he ruined it for
Yeah,
himself?
absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Banji is a anxious mess.
I'm just going to mark insecure on your sheet.
He overthinks everything, so he is very much aware that it was his fault.
Poor baby. So sad.
Banji Wanji.
Hello, my name is Ash. I am the Grand Master of the White Lotus, and it is an absolute pleasure to be back at this table because I feel it's been a really long time since I've seen all these faces. And I'm just really happy. This month, I have achieved something new that I haven't done before. I have officially become a professionally paid actor.
Very good.
Thank you,
Congratulations.
Jesse.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to
Shaking
the-
the hand.
Yes, it's
Very impressive.
yes,
Congratulations.
it is a wonderful venue in Melbourne that deals entirely in dinner theatre, and it is great because it is basically just poos, bums, and farts jokes. That's for the kids listening at home. For the other one, it's beep, beep, and beep jokes. Pretty much the. There's not so much as a script as there is just an ever-flowing trying to make the rest of your cast members laugh while also trying to tell as many dirty and possibly inappropriate jokes that the audience will get laughing to get the cast members laughing. And it's pure joy.
So this podcast is practice for that, right?
I mean, no, because I'm not allowed to swear on this. It's actually, this is hard mode activate. Jesse, roll the music. So we're resuming exactly where we left off. Wagon is currently standing. I picture this space as almost like a little bit of a forested area. You can see the springs in the distance, so you're pretty far away. It's not like you're right on the gate. No one has seen you land. So you've got a bit of space and a little bit of cover. I think Wagon's standing there just ready to be like, they walked into my forest. They wanted to pull a caper, but I knew where that was going, and I knew where they gotta be.
The firebender had legs all the way to heaven.
Strong measure of Banji's
Hell yeah.
physical prowess.
He's no longer tiny Banji.
I knew
It was
I could
hot.
get.
It's always hot in the desert.
And then the firebender walked in. Whew. It blew my silver pieces a piece off.
So, do we still have to get the trip from Wagon, or have we done our trip from Wagon?
We're outside of Misty Springs Oasis, but like just on the outskirts. Kind of, I imagine where we fought them the first time, similar location.
I picture you were a little bit closer to town so that you could walk there and get supplies easily. Like, you know, it was nighttime, so you could hide the dragon that little bit easier.
Sure, okay. So we're a little bit further away then.
So a little bit further away so that, like, during the day, no one could see you approach, no one could see you do a thing. You're safe for now.
And just to double check, from my perspective, it's night again.
Oh, I mean, it can be. I thought it was daytime, but it can be whenever.
Does it? I thought because we woke up and then we flew back here, and that probably would have taken the day. Does that sound right to people?
A couple of hours.
All right.
Hikaru was recharged.
All right.
No, whatever. Like, your
think-
game. You pick.
We
I'm
could
fine.
wait till night if you prefer to do it at night.
I think night's probably the best way to go because less like there's more chance for success with Tomo and Nuro doing it stealthily. So I think maybe we're just sort of on edge waiting for the night to come.
You sit around as you're waiting for the night to come. 6 or 7 trucks full of Fire Nation soldiers pull up, a few tanks. No, that doesn't happen.
Guard changes.
I need a what's a good animal to cross with a horse?
What's those?
Horse donkey.
Pelican horse.
That's a mule.
That's a mule. Yeah.
Pelican horse.
Pelican horse.
Horse.
Not to look a pelican horse in the mouth, Mr. Wagon, but why are you helping us?
Well, y'all owe me some money. I had that smell that you needed to go a place, and I was cashing in on a debt anyway. Why not?
Did the fox pay you yet?
The fox?
Yeah, I just start pulling out some silver pieces because I'm like, well, Banji was on the thing, Nuro was on Tomo, I was there, and the fox was there. So 5 pieces, silver piece apiece.
Thank you kindly.
And I hand the money to him.
Amazing. Now, should I go, or do you still need me? If you still need me, silver piece apiece.
Maybe let's just keep you around. I pull out 5 more silver pieces. So like, there you go.
Amazing.
Wait, 4. No, 4. Wait, no, we'll need one back for Yani. Actually, no, take the 5th one.
Excellent. You know, I have no actual use for this currency. I just figured this was a thing that human peoples did.
I wouldn't question it, fellas. Spirits.
He's very happy with himself. He's like playing with his coins. Like, I never had so many in my hand at one time.
All right, so we don't know who's there waiting for us. We need to go in, and then we make a plan.
I think, regardless, you and Nuro are going to go in there quietly. But you're right, we need to know what we're dealing with. So I guess Banji and I can go have a look and then come back and we can start. How does that sound?
How big is the wagon?
The wagon is we haven't really described it before. While it was in the spirit realm, it didn't have horses or pelican horses, but now they do. It's got something to draw it along. But as you look at them, you realize it's that uncanny valley style. They don't look right. Now that you're actually like
The longer you look at them,
the more you're like, do they blend into the horizon? Are they 2D? What is that?
Someone's turned their opacity down.
Just badly rendered.
Yeah.
That's it. You see the repeat animations. Like, every minute it goes to pick another thing.
Pelican horse isn't drinking, just putting its mouth under the water.
The wagon itself is sort of, I picture it as sort of like one of those wagons like, and I'm just saying this so I can prepare the meme later, like when you wake up on the Skyrim.
Yeah, I knew exactly that's what you were going to say. Oh, look, you're finally awake.
Yeah, you finally paid me silver piece of piece.
So perhaps it sounds like it's large enough for maybe all 4 of us to go, but maybe you two, we throw some leaves on you, perhaps to disguise the fact you're there, and then maybe you stay on the wagon till we come up with a plan.
I'm not sure what getting all of us in town together.
It means that we can see what's going on before we get to town, so we can have a conversation in the wagon before. Basically, because otherwise, what are we going to just either Nuro and I come back and talk to you, or you're going to come up with a plan independently, which just sounds like a disaster to me.
Look, hold on. All right, before that, we can fall back to this. Yes. All right. I have an idea. I'm just going to go up to the crest of like a sand dune and put my head on it and just see what I can see from here.
Okay.
Of the town.
Roll assess the situation.
While this is happening, Banji's just kind of nervously pacing back and forth and like kind of chewing his cuticles a little bit. Just like he seems very nervous.
I think Hikaru is watching you. Like, I think he's like sitting nearby and just watching you, almost like a tennis game, just back and forward with his head.
So I got an 8 on assess the situation.
Okay.
So I get one question.
You get one question.
I would like to ask who or what is the biggest threat?
Okay. You are up on the hill. As you look out on the spring, you see that there are 2 guards at the entrance, 2 people that are scanning the desert very, very thoroughly. One of them has a bow in their hand. One of them has a staff.
I slide down the hill, just trying to be subtle and not like stand up and walk down.
Oh, there's more.
Oh, there's more? Sorry.
There's
Okay,
more.
sorry.
No, you're fine. I can move on if you like.
No, please no.
You can also see that there are some impromptu Fire Nation tents that have been set up in town. Not too many, but you get the impression that, at least temporarily, this entire place is under Fire Nation militia law.
Okay. So that's the biggest threat.
That is your...
The bow, the staff person, and then the Fire Nation tents, which probably has the rest of the team in it. I slide down and I'm going to ask Banji some questions. Banji, come here.
Yeah.
All right.
What's up?
So, there's of your ex-friends, former fam, former fam.
I know you're looking really stressed, but you know how you don't have any friends anymore?
I'm your friends and fam. So these are your former fam. Of the former fam, there's one with the bow. Who were they? What were they?
That's Striker.
Striker. Wow, edgy. And then the one with the staff, the cute one.
That's.
I mean, don't worry. I'm sorry. Pretend I didn't say that. And mid gets flushed.
That's Pyra.
Pyra. I don't know why I said it like that. There's a bunch of tents. Did your team have like camping equipment with you?
Yeah, of course.
Not that big.
No, we did.
No, you can say of course, but
All
like
right.
tents plural. No,
Yeah, I mean, we had tents, but we packed lightly because we were a strike force. We didn't have big tents.
Sure. Okay, that means there's probably more reinforcements then that have come in.
Oh God.
But
Spin it.
But the tents is a great opportunity. Set fire to them. Wait, they're firebenders. Damn you, firebenders! Putting out fires. Fire is a great distraction, especially in literature. But it doesn't
do we
work.
need to turn my wagon into a giant pelican horse?
Can you turn your wagon into a giant catapult?
I mean, I've never tried it. It'll get you there
Then
faster.
Absolutely not. Never mind.
He's no Yani.
No. But it seems like they're under, the Misty Springs Oasis is under some sort of militaristic rule, temporarily at least. I think maybe trying to get the town on board and maybe some sandbenders in might be an option. There's no way the sandbender's going to be cool with the Fire Nation in there.
I'll give you this one for free. I know that it technically wasn't part of your thing. You can see that the sandbenders are hanging out mostly on the outskirts of town.
Yeah, they're sort of further away. Sandbenders can be bribed. I think, though, for them to want to do it, we're going to have to give them a lot of money. So
That'll get them back, and in greater number.
hand of all the monies, please.
Nuro immediately hands you all the money.
Thank you. I know this is going to suck for a while, but it means we're going to have to commit crime later. Just be ready for that.
Wagon is like holding his silver pieces, and he's like, "Do I have to give you mine too?"
No, you can keep yours for payment and services rendered.
Good. That's what I thought happened,
Sorry,
but I'm very
wait-
confused by these
wait on.
customs.
Wagon, money can be exchanged for goods and services.
Explain.
What are those?
Well, you know what? I don't have time for this.
Banji hands his money over.
Yep, I put my money in.
Tomo opens his hand with the amount of, with the money he has. He looks at it. He looks at the money we have together. How much money do we have roughly?
I would say somewhere around the vicinity of about 150 gold coins, give or take.
Holy dooly.
All right.
You can just do your
This
sushi
is-
trick and get more, right? If we need it.
I'm not worried about this. My concern is that they might be making more money for capturing us.
That's
How much was the bounty on Banji?
1,000 gold.
Yeah. Okay. So that gives us some perspective, doesn't
Okay, it does. You're right. But what we could promise them is that if we do succeed, they can take all the firebenders' money. That's the deal. They help us take the town. They can loot the place first, and we just get out of there.
I also can't imagine that they would want firebenders in their town. Like, they would have some kind of pride, wouldn't they? As earthbenders?
The Oasis isn't Sandbender town. It's just a place that they come to collect bounties. The Sandbenders live in the desert.
Yeah, they have their own home in the desert somewhere. No one's really sure where it is.
So
This is like their Maccas. They just hang out there. they bring their whips and they hang out.
Macca's being a very famous dumpling chain franchise that extends all the way
Macars. Everyone knows Macars.
Macars. So I think our best bet is to avoid the Sandbenders, to be honest, because they are an unknown element that is more likely to turn on us than to turn against the
Look,
obvious stronger
Sadly, you're not wrong, but I just feel like there's an angle there, but maybe that's something we just can take advantage of in the moment.
Perhaps I think how about this? What if Banji, Minh Fang, you fly Hikaru close enough so they can see you and then you turn around?
But that was the original goal, right? Was to act as a distraction.
On Hikaru?
I mean, I don't think we got that far, but possibly.
I don't want to put Hikaru at risk.
You're not landing, you're just flying, they can see you. And if they see you, they might give chase.
Hikaru isn't in the best mood with me. I don't know if I can convince him to go.
What do you mean? This big
daylight.
lizard and Min just gives him a pat on the face, like a bit too close to his eye, and he's like, he loves you.
You realize that you're not actually patting his face anymore. He like pulls his like lips back and you're just patting his tooth.
That's fine.
I can't think of a better way to lower the numbers of enemies in that town.
All right. And I mean, once they realize that whoever they sent off after us isn't enough, they'll send more.
Maybe. And then that will give me and Nuro a better chance of getting in.
Okay, well, if that's the case, I hand all the money to Tomo. And I say, you might need to bribe someone while you're in there. So take
Thank
it.
you. Okay, thank you.
Min starts stretching. What? You're all looking at me weird.
So are we actually going in Hikaru? Is that what?
I just need to take a second, everyone. Jesse actually did all the stretches. So when he said you're all looking at me, like, it was all of us looking at Jesse like, what are you doing?
I commit, damn it.
Actor.
I think, as far as I can tell, this is the best plan we have. I mean, if you want to change anything, Banji, the floor is open. Well, the sand is open.
I will ask Hikaru if he would be willing to help us again with this, but I worry that we're relying too heavily on him when he is a thoughtful, feeling creature who helps us out of the goodness of his own heart. We don't own him. He could say no.
Hikaru is a sassy lizard that thinks he's better than all of us. And I think we all can tell.
You turn around and he's starting to walk away.
See, he's not even here listening to me.
I mean, Yani had a big part to play in his liberation.
Maybe we just need to convince him.
I'll do what I can.
All right.
And
Try the Yani angle.
Banji walks off, follows Hikaru, who's walking away.
Yeah, just very, very slowly.
Yeah. Begin, slow down a minute.
He continues his pace, but like you, in the same way that when a cat's angry at you and it's facing away, but it's listening because you can see the ears like face the wrong way.
Yeah.
You get that sense.
Banji like does a quick jog and catches up to his front end, his face, some would say.
Have you been dealing with anatomy long?
No. Hikaru, we need some help again. I'm sorry. I know I keep asking you for help, but we really need to go and rescue Yani, and the gang think that the only way we can do so is if we use you and me as a distraction, and Min, but we'd be on you, so it would be putting you at risk. And how do you feel about that?
What's your because you've failed your protector's burden.
I did fail my protector's burden.
What happens now? Like, what is your...
So when I fail my protector's burden, I still get to hold one of my special moves, but we're drifting apart and on different paths. And by the end of the session, I have to choose if I'm the only one who can keep them safe and shift my balance twice towards self-reliance to keep them as my ward, or decide they can handle life without my protection, shift my balance towards trust, and switch your ward to a new person/lizard.
I like to think of Nuro as a lizard now. It's all beginning to make sense. I think that this is that moment. This is the moment where you need to work out that as much as, like, Hikaru is still injured. Hikaru still isn't at that full strength.
Yeah.
And would absolutely struggle if any of these squads were to come and try and take down Hikaru.
Yeah.
Like, it's a 50-50 battle, right? It's one of those when you're playing RPG, like, real-time strategy RPGs, and you go, what are the odds of winning this fight? It's one dragon versus a platoon of Fire Nation soldiers.
50-50.
It's 50-50.
Sure.
Yeah.
So that's where you're at. You've got the choice here to try and say, actually, no, we need each other. Or you can say, you know what? If you feel that it is time for us to go different ways, then we go different ways.
Seeing Hikaru's injury and seeing that things aren't great with Hikaru, Banji really takes a moment to himself, looks at the crew and sees that they're kind of talking amongst themselves and that nervous excitement, and seem less kind of interested in what's going on over here. Banji takes a moment and realizes that Hikaru's not up for this, and it's his responsibility to protect Hikaru, and part of that is not putting him in danger. As much as it is fighting for him, it's also avoiding him in danger. So Banji kind of walks up and pats his face and says, I understand, Begin. It's okay. You stay safe and you stay here and just rest. I promise I'll be back for you. It's okay.
I think at that, Hikaru, like, just flomps onto the ground, and you get the sense that this walk away was actually taking any, like, you know, as much as there was that pride, like dragon pride, it's like, no, I'm walking away from this. It still was taking more effort than they actually had.
Yep.
It's that sleeping cat, you know, it's got to be 19 hours a day, or else how else are they going to do their zoomies at 3 a.m.? He just flumps down and he looks at you and very, very, very lazily just closes his eyes and just now feels calm. And you feel that tension, that mismatched wavelength that you were both on just reharmonize. It's almost as if you had like tinnitus in your ear. It's just gone.
Nice.
And you didn't even realize it was there.
Yeah. And so in response to that, Banji gives him another pat, and his pack, he undoes his pack and pulls out his old Fire Nation armor and starts putting it on.
Let's get down to business.
I think
So then I said, no.
I mean, Nuro is watching Banji now, probably has like just a tired smile on their face, but doesn't say anything, as, I don't know, Min is faffing on. Probably.
Look, all I'm saying is if they didn't want the ice to get smaller, they should stop cutting it off for fruit drinks.
I don't even understand. What is that?
I don't know. I'm sure it's got... oh, sorry.
Sorry, everybody. Hikaru is not coming. Hikaru is staying here.
Yeah. All right. I respect your decision. And I sort of give a side look to Hikaru and I'm like, all right.
And you all see that I'm wearing my Fire Nation armor again.
So we're going to look like I'm the only one that's going to get you places around here.
Yep.
Going to count me damn
Listen,
places.
the two people that are on guard right now, they're the people that Tomo and I were fighting in the last thing. So maybe we shouldn't be seen, although they're going to recognize you and they're going to recognize this doesn't work.
Let me just come up with the worst plan and with one sentence.
Maybe
break
I
it
could
down.
scare the pantaloons.
Tomo,
You've already done that to one of them.
It's neither of those ones, I don't think.
No, did it to
The bow?
did it to the one with the bow.
Oh, he's always scared of you forever.
Oh no, always distrusting,
Oh.
isn't it?
It actually says
Their
here... Ash,
fear and mistrust of you knows no bounds.
yeah.
Permanently.
But I mean, it
And-
doesn't say otherwise.
I think there's like it's like you have to do something to get them to not...
Basically, I cannot guide and comfort or plead with them until I have earned their trust.
It actually says I'm looking at this page. It says that they run away forever and aren't a problem.
Okay.
That's what it says. That's what it says here.
It's weird. That's your character sheet you're waving around.
Tomo starts taking his robes off.
Do you need to
Tomo-
turn around?
Tomo,
I turn around.
underneath, and for the first time, you see his bare arms because underneath he's just wearing like a sleeveless sort of vest top, and his arms are covered in tattoos. Imagine like a Yakuza style black line rendering of stylized steel plates. So it's almost as if Tomo was like an ironclad being. Tomo starts taking that off. He undoes the leather pouch that he's been wearing on his shoulder. He takes that off, and suddenly he is a lot slimmer. He even sort of changes his stance a little bit, like he's as if he's grown just magically like 2-3 inches.
Nero just pokes your tummy, just like.
Your finger hurts now.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn, Tomo, when'd you get ripped, bro?
It's a long story, but they will not recognize this person that I'm going.
I
to
don't
represent.
recognize this person. Your swole is all hell.
Did they hurt?
I'm thinking
Bromo over here.
That's very good.
I'm sorry, I'm shook, my dude. This is wild.
I'm gonna save that one for later, but
I'm sorry, I blush and look away. Damn.
Banji Mark's jealous.
and Tomo takes off the hat as well, and he has this pouch, and it's basically like a makeup kit, you can sort of imagine, and he sort of rummages around a little bit and starts pulling out like black ink and like kind of smearing it over his forehead. And if you can imagine Furiosa from the Mad movie, Charlize Theron's, so bald hair just completely blackened the top part of his head, and he's unrecognizable as who he was.
Can I ask, what nation does he look like he comes from right now?
Well, for those in the know, these markings belong to a gang called the Foundling. No, what is it? The Foundry. The Foundry, right?
The Foundling is my...
yeah, that's right. This belongs to a gang called the Foundry from Udao, a Fire Nation territory.
Right.
So for those in the know.
I'm not in the know.
No, they're not in the know. So Banji,
any
you
of
probably,
us are in the know.
I don't think
none
Banji
of you
would know,
would have in the know. But look, Tomo's assuming this.
Toe nose.
Tonos, this guy's. I'm thinking I will go in on Weigong. Nuro, I think you're small enough to fit in one of my bags if you're comfortable with that.
I've crawled into weirder places.
I bet you have.
That was funny. Sorry, I really liked that. That got me in the funny mood.
I think if I present myself as a mercenary hearing of a big bounty, I think they'll let me through. And once I'm inside, either look for Yani myself or set Nuro and Suti loose to find Yani.
I'm willing to do anything to save Yani.
Now we can, and hopefully we can come out ourselves. I was hoping if there was a distraction, it would probably increase our odds, lower the numbers in there.
I mean, confusion doesn't go a bad way. Banji, you're in your Fire Nation gear. I mean, we could play out the whole you're trying to capture me and you've turned again sort of thing.
Yeah, you just can't let that old team see him at all.
No, but if they think they're trying to catch me, who they know that I was fighting, maybe they think he's had a change of heart. And then we draw them out and then, surprise, turn on them.
You think you could convince them of that, Banji, after everything?
I could make it believable. I think I could do it.
Hello, fellow firebenders. I am once again a fascist.
Hail, Fire Lord.
All hail to glorious Fire Lord.
Well, in that case, why don't we ride in together then? You've turned. I'm a bounty hunter. We have a mark.
Oh, no, I was thinking like we really sell it and like Banji and I are fighting down the hill as I'm running away towards the town maybe, and I see them and then they realize that.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you want to try that? Do you want to go first or do you want us to go first?
What happens when they catch you and Banji?
Oh, they won't. Listen. Min leans on his knee funnily just sort of spread out like as masculine as possible. Listen.
That big rock energy.
Big rock energy. I don't know. I just changed my accent for a second. I don't know what happened in your spirit time, but let's just say mine has invigorated me with a real sense of I'm gonna win.
So my favorite part of this,
Tomo's mind is thinking, you know what? If I lose this guy, it's not the worst thing in the world.
my favorite part of this is that Georgie was taking a sip of something at that exact point in time, and nearly the microphone became an absolute spittoon. Like,
Tomo just nods knowingly. And again, in his mind, like, yeah, okay.
Nuro's shaking their head at the same
Listen,
time.
I can imagine that you're concerned in the ways that both of you have asked me to trust you in times when no one else was around. I am also in front of everyone this time. See that? Asking you to trust me. Okay?
Right. Yeah, okay, man. I get that.
This Fang is not going down without a fight. And this Banji is going to do a very convincing fight. And then when it looks like I'm losing, we whop-bam! And we turn on them. It'll be great. Don't even worry about it.
I have experience on turning court, it seems.
Banji's a traitor all the time. He does it on the reg, okay? He is so good at this.
He is really good at it.
Yeah, it's fine. Hey, Banji, if you ever go back to the other side, I wouldn't be surprised. I would just be disappointed.
Hey now.
And then I'd have to wait like 5 chapters, and then all of a sudden you'd be back on our side again. It'd be a whole thing.
I'm a quadruple agent.
And then we turned out it was a clone, and then it's like...
And you know what? I'd forgive you. Whatever. The world's crazy, man.
Right, let's do this before it gets any weirder.
Yeah, I'm just having jokes here, friends. Okay?
Are you nervous, man?
Yeah, I'm nervous.
Okay.
But no, that doesn't take away the fact that I'm confident. Yes, I'm not troubled. Yeah. All right.
Tomo takes out that iron cestus that you gave him last episode, puts it on, and then he pats you on the shoulder with it.
Oh, yeah. Damn, you're strong. Every time I forget.
And Banji, Tomo looks at you and just nods. I'll see you again. I'll see you both again.
Hey, we're going to be back with Yani in like 2 hours max. I promise you.
Well, no, we're coming back with Yani.
You know what I mean.
Good.
And Banji over here, if he sees his old friend, he's going to Agni Kai them into the ground. It'll be great.
Exactly.
So we'll meet back here if all goes well.
Sure, we might be running. Just be ready to go.
We'll be running.
I think Nuro would like to have their like personal goodbyes, and they kind of go up to Min. They definitely want to give Min a hug, I think, but there's still a bit of feeling there, maybe that tension. So they just kind of look up at you really like stoically, and then just shove Kabaj out to you, and they're like, "You gotta take care of him for me, because we're gonna see each other again."
Of
right?
course. Kabaj is always safe because Kabaj is a friend to all.
Hey, everyone.
Thank you.
I mean, the way that you're talking about this, it really feels like it's an end of season. One of you's going to die.
No one's dying here today.
No, it's fine. I just can't. I'm just telling you what it sounds like. That's all I'm saying. Listeners at home, that is not the plan. However, I've seen Banji's rolls.
Hey, I rolled well earlier.
I got full conditions too. I got all but one. So, hey, look, we play with fire here on the Book of War.
Yeah,
we don't go away from the hard choices and decisions.
Could Georgie Nuro giving you Kabaj be a guide and comfort?
Yeah,
Oh,
roll
yeah.
guide and comfort. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, you're okay. That's not mine.
Don't roll with those dice.
I-
Do not touch Ted's dice. It's a bad time.
I closed my eyes and went in for some dice, and I picked up both the water.
Oh, that's cool.
Good.
So don't you? Ooh. Oh, no, that's still a
Harmony?
yeah. So that's 5.
You're still so unsure at me, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. So yeah. It was simultaneously a bit of a peace offering, and also like we are gonna be okay. We
Yeah.
are gonna see each other again.
Of course.
Yeah.
I tuck Kabaj.
No, I'll tell you what it is. You go to hand Kabaj over and you go to take it confidently, and Kabaj like hits the ground.
I drop Kabaj.
Both of you sort of drop, and it's like the omen.
No, that's my fault. I'm so sorry. I picked Kabaj up and put Kabaj away.
All right.
Same man. And then I just give Banji a hug.
Wagon is up on his wagon with his not.
I hold a
entirely
fist
real.
bump out for Tomo. Thank you very much.
Yeah, can we say goodbye, Ash?
You've been saying goodbye for the last 20 minutes.
No, we haven't.
I give Tomo a fist bump. We know what's up.
All right.
We've rolled together for a while.
All right, that's an hour and a half of recording. We'll leave the chapter there, and we'll come back to this next time.
It's literally 46 minutes. Calm down.
Really wants to get to the part.
So much of that's getting cut out. We're fine.
It's fine. I know.
Banji gives Nuro a cuddle as well.
Hey.
Wagon goes to join in.
Banji pushes Wagon.
Now, please continue, Ash.
Okay, Wagon goes back for that cuddle. Oh, this is real pleasant. No, we cut that out. That's not real.
Hi, blooper track 2.
Wagon is up on his wagon. What do we say, flamingo horses? Pelican horses.
Pelican horse.
Pelican horses. The pelican horses are ready to go. He's G'd them up on the grounds that they aren't really real. They are probably just an extension of his manifestation into this realm. And he says, well, whenever you're ready.
Let's mosey.
I don't know what that means, but that sounds like a good thing. Let's go. And you start to make your way with those familiar dust trails, which you are now beginning to realize are also just a sprite on a loop.
And I'm inside the bag, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm in the
Yeah,
bag.
you're in a bag which like I've sort of slung. It's like a duffel bag.
Duffel bag style,
bag
yeah.
situation. So hopefully the idea is that if they want to inspect what's in the cart, they can, but they're not gonna like touch a person's belonging. You know? Like not somebody who looks like Tomo right now.
Yeah, they might be fascists, but they're not privacy.
Yeah. They're all about personal values and personal freedoms.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah, they're not Facebook.
I think just to be on the safe side, I am just gonna put some like folded clothes on the top end. Just also checking you're still breathing, Nuro? You okay?
I was going to make that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Just one big breath and go.
I whispered to Banji on the crest of the dune again. I'm like, all right, if it goes badly for them, we can start early. But as soon as they're in town, let out some shots of fire and I'll start running.
Agreed.
Okay. As you approach the gates, I think Wagon is talking incessantly as he does, like on the way through, and about nothing. And you approach, and it'll be, I think Pyra says, "Stop! Who are you? What do you want?"
I heard there was a bounty.
I like that. That sends the shivers. Yes, there is a bounty. You are after and she almost spits it, the turncoat.
Yes. 1,000 gold. Yeah, I believe.
I think that's what Ash said. Yes, that sounds about right. Without going back and listening.
1,000 gold.
1,000 gold.
Yeah, pretty sure it was.
Where is he? When was the last place that you have seen him?
Go in, talk to the commander.
Thank you.
And you are let through without much fuss because your voice literally threw me off. I forgot to make you roll for it. I had a big old plan, but I'm just like that voice. That's definitely not the same guy. Actually, I think that what happens, you get in for free, but I think that as you go past, you see Striker is following you because that was the one that you like threw your tonfa at. And I think that you get like sort of a, you go through, there's no problem. Like he doesn't like call for the alarm, but just one of those little,
Okay.
What I would like actually is I would like this is almost skills and training from Nuro because I feel that this is something that you do repeat. This is a skill of yours to like get into small spaces. I want to see how well you can hold into that. Like now that you're through the gates and you know that there's danger all around, how still can you be? Roll for me. Let's see it.
I'm actually going to use yours because that was terrible.
I'm just imagining like their arms and legs kicking out of the bag, just running around as like a little duffel.
But I think Tomo's already got the perfect cover. If it's like, you got a person in there, it's like, yes,
Yeah,
I'm a bounty hunter.
I've already caught one of them.
It's better.
That's a 7. Skills and training,
Okay, cool. Yeah.
which is,
Is it a 6?
Focus.
yeah, that's not good. So that's 6.
Okay.
Can I use my balance to?
Oh, I can. I'm happy to spend a fatigue to move it up to 7.
Yeah. So basically, on a 6, I think that we get the classic sneeze. It's the
I kind of imagine that they were maybe with their knife like trying to like get at some of the seams just to get like a little bit of air.
Oh, yeah.
Or like a little peek through and accidentally just like make a like rip noise that's too loud or something.
I like that the knife just sticks through.
Yeah,
And
accidentally.
someone was looking and like you look down and see there's a knife sticking out of your duffel bag.
I think Tomo is just immediately going to. Are they still in the wagon?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they're gonna like immediately just take the knife out and under his breath say, take the duffel bag off and under his breath just say sorry and then just drop it really hard.
Yeah.
That works for me.
It's just like a little.
Yes, mark yourself a fatigue as you get dropped onto the ground. But otherwise, you don't alert anyone to your presence. There's only a certain distance you can get into town. You notice that as much as there is some military law going on, the traders are still trading, except for Mari's shack, which is currently closed up. There are a few buildings that have either been abandoned or just fallen to ruin, and you've noticed that the Fire Nation have set up some Fire Nation tents almost over those ruins in those spaces. You do see Ignis is working on something in almost like a temporary blacksmith shop that is set up. And
What a forge.
Got him.
I mean, not when you're a firebender, you just make it happen. Like, you don't need to actually have a forge. You just
you don't need a furnace.
You don't need a furnace. You just go, I'm just going to heat this up. Yeah. Yeah. Got him back. Yes, you see Talon also just patrolling. Talon and Seer are moving around town. Seer is the other one that you want to avoid because he got the closest look at you.
Damn, Banji, why didn't you get a cool nickname?
He had Firewall. He was called Firewall.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
And you get the impression that the place you want to go is the big tent at the far end of the village.
Yep.
Let's flash back to the other two for a second. You've seen them go in. You've seen them go in without any major struggle. What are you doing right now?
All right, Banji. I think we give them 5 minutes to get further in, and then we can start, because then if Tomo is halfway in and everyone leaves, then he has free reign to just look wherever he needs to look, and Nuro can maybe use some spirit shenanigans to speed up the process. But if they're unhampered while they're in there, that's the best case scenario.
Agreed.
All right.
And Minh Fang, you seemed very confident before. Do you have a plan?
Win.
All right, let's win.
Yeah.
Jesse told me early on that his plan was roll 10s. Yeah. That's the plan.
No, I mean, he's feeling so much more confident after his talk with his, like, I mean, he didn't treat him like he was, but like one of his heroes, essentially. Because even though he is his hero, he knows he's like a drunk and a bit weird.
You can be a drunk and a hero.
Yeah, exactly. He knows he's a bit eccentric. So he's like, I really like you, but I can literally take anything you say with a grain of salt. So he's like, he's really pumped after that thing, because essentially Bo Fang was just like, go forward, go hard, be the Fang that you want to be, stop running away. So all this confidence could be misplaced.
I'm gonna stop sending you to the spirit realm, because the two boys that are currently in the scene both went to the spirit realm and came back being like, yeah, I'm top.
Back in town.
Legit. Boys are back. Boys are back in town. All right, we're here. All right.
As we head back to the Tomo Nuro caper, I just want to make it clear that as much as I said that you have noticed these faces walking around, there are more Fire Nation soldiers here. It's not just them. Just wanted to be clear on that in case I wasn't.
Yeah, I think we figured as much with the extra tents.
Just
right?
just making sure. I don't want you to come at me and be like, what do you mean there's like 30 people standing around me?
It's 30?
Some amount. I haven't counted them.
Yep. Tomo is going to lift up the duffel bag and sling it on his back, and he's going to hop off the wagon, goes up to Wakon and says, can you wait for me?
I can wait for as long as you need. You've already paid your silver piece.
Tomo takes out a gold piece. And
what's that?
If something happens, get Nuro out.
Okay.
Thank you. And it starts walking into the big tent, right? That's where the...
Just so you know, he does not take that gold piece. He doesn't know what it is.
Okay, well, he says, all right, I trust him. That's good enough. All right, so, I mean, Tomo will keep that for something else, I suppose. And Tomo slings the duffel bag and starts walking into the
I can't wait for Tomo to get back to camp and they'll be like, oh, good. So you didn't need to spend that money? Oh, no, I bribed everyone. Why are you clanking, Tomo? Oh, just so much bribe. So much.
Tent. Big tent.
Big tent. There are a few standard guards out the front and say, state business.
I'm here to help hunt for the turncoat.
I think one of them goes to say, and like, why would you be allowed in? What's that? And someone goes, don't you know? They're from that place. They do that. They have that like face paint on, and they're scary. Don't mess with them. What are you talking about? Like, just let him in. Yeah, okay. Apparently, if you know, you know. So, and you know.
Tomo does a hard shoulder shove as he walks past.
Nice.
You walk in, and there are two people currently looking at a map of the area. One of them is Captain Hana, who is also still looking worse for wear. The other
Has sideburns.
has sideburns, yes. Yes, the sideburner himself is saying there's like, so they threw you into the desert, and then what happened from there? We need to triangulate where they could have gone. You said the dragon seemed injured? Yeah, Ignis managed to get a little licking in it, but I didn't see what happened from there. And so they both look up as you make your presence known. Or
Yep. I sort of does a like a little like almost stab my feet, almost like like coming to attention.
Zhao looks at you and narrows his eyes. This is the time that you are relying on your skills and training because he is much harder to fool.
Focus, yeah.
It is with focus.
I cannot watch.
Because of his dice roll or because what it could be?
Both.
Oh, and
I'm doing like
it's like a Kamehameha.
Oh. One's a 5.
The other one's 1, but 9.
Nice.
Focus is pretty good for this man. Air cutting technique is what that was. So, with a relying on your skills and training, it happens imperfectly. He looks at you and he says, why are you wearing that makeup? He may be able to see through your disguise unless you sell it. And by sell it, I mean market fatigue and tell him what you do.
I crack my neck. I cracked my neck so loudly the two guys out the front heard it, and
They poke their heads in and they're like, is someone dead?
and that's all I do.
Bounty hunter it is. All right. Do you have any insight on this area?
I've dealt with the sandbenders a few times.
We're not after sandbenders.
I can use them to help me travel around. You say that they were in the desert.
The last we saw of them, they were fighting in the desert. And we managed to make our way back. And here we are.
Tomo looks at the map. Which areas haven't you covered?
You look and you see that it's been pretty much there are 6 circles that are all traveling back inwards. And then he points and says, we have managed to scout at least this level. We are uncertain where else there might be influence. Again, we know they were on a dragon. We know that they were pretty beat up, but we don't know where they went.
Tomo, 1,000 gold, you say?
He takes out 50 gold, like just from his person, and places on the table. And he says, if you're really Udao, take this as a down payment.
Appreciate it, Commander. And I take it, and I'll be back with the mark. And I go to start walking out.
As you go to leave, he says, I expect a report in 5 days.
I shall see you in 2.
And he sort of like, almost playfully hits Hannah. He's like, see, you can get good help from around here.
And as I walk out to the guards, I ask them, there was some sort of a fruit bar here once. What happened to that? I'm feeling a bit parched.
Oh, yeah. Well, basically, he helped the traders, so he's locked up.
He helped the traders.
Yeah.
He may know a thing or two. May I question him?
Basically, you see one guy poke his head back in. Yes.
Lead the way.
You go, and he actually takes you to Mari's bar, and they sort of unshutter the door and pull it open, and you see that Mari is like just tied to a chair. He doesn't look like he's been like tortured as such. It looks like they're just sort of leaving him there because they don't know what to do with him. He sort of looks up.
Is he being watched? Or is he by himself just tied in the middle?
Yeah, pretty much by himself, tied in the middle.
Okay.
It's very dark. It's very hot. It's just not a very pleasant place to be. And he says, I already told you, I don't know anything.
I turn to the guards. Can, to whoever's at God, give me 5 minutes alone, please.
I think the first one goes, that's not how this works. And you see the other one go, no, see that face paint? Just go. And they sort of like shuffle out through. We leave Tomo there and we go back to our firebender, earthbender combination, ready to roll into whatever dumb plan that they're about to enact.
Lucas Lee as Tomo, Georgie Hazel as Nuro, Ted Darling as Banji, myself Jesse Thomas as Minh Fang, and Ash Cooper as our Grand Master of the White Lotus. Our theme song and outro, The Book of War Remains, is by Matt Harrison, and additional sound effects and music from zapsplat.com. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram just by searching up The Book of War and Avatar Legends Real Play. You can follow us on X to see when our episodes come out, and we also have all of our episodes up on YouTube with a very fancy, fresh equalizer done by our resident good boy, Ted Darling. If you like the show and you're in a position where you think you can financially support us, head on over to our Patreon, where you can get access to our Written in Flames, our pilot prequel arc, reading The Book of War, just our director's commentary, and listen back at the show, and as well as our up-and-coming Halloween special, which is also being run by our resident good boy Ted Darling. So it's very exciting. We're actually recording that in a couple of days. I cannot wait to share it with you. And much more content on the way, in the works that we're planning. So get around it, get excited. All for only $5 US a month. If you don't want to support us financially, you can support us in other ways, just by sharing the show, getting us out there. Word of mouth is really the only way podcasts spread. So tell your friends, tell people who like Avatar. If you're in any forums and stuff like that, drop a link, let people know about us. You can help the show by helping us grow. And then you get to be the person that was like, nah, I listened to them first. I was there when they were fresh. When we become big global sensations, you will be there first. You knew us first. Here at the Book of War, we're affiliated with Arken Forge. You know Arken Forge, the virtual tabletop software that you can build all your games in, run sound effects, run soundscapes, which again is my favorite part. It's the one I use the most. Have a look, check out their website, arkenforge.com. Using our offer code, The Book of War, all one word, you can get $5 off the fantasy or sci-fi starter packs. Part 2 of this episode will be out next week on October 28. We will see you then. Roll them.
No.
Damn it. Also, I actually forgot. I want to just, because I've changed it to baddies, benders, and babes. I'm just gonna say that, and then hopefully I can figure it out and put it back. If I can't, I'll just put this at the end and make a fool of myself, I guess. But otherwise, hello all you baddies, benders, and babes, and welcome to the Book of War.
Do you want to try that one more time without Georgie trying to?
Nah, it's fate. It's destiny.
It's destiny.
Sorry.
Ah, that's fine.
Sorry, Ash.
It's fine.
so uncomfortable today.